Hello there, my fellow trucking friends. Oh my gosh, we're trying something new tonight. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. It's gonna be epic if it works. It may not work, but if it works, it's gonna be totally epic. Oh my gosh. So we're trying something. Okay, and I really have to do full disclosure here. I've watched one video, and I can't even really say I watched the video. I may have seen the video in passing. Does that count as watching the video? So I'm not really sure it's gonna work. But we're gonna give it a try because it looked cool. And the designer that did it is one of my favorites, and she does beautiful things. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this technique is gonna work. I don't know. We're living on the edge, peeps. Totally living on the edge. So, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. Thank you for affording me the luxury of picking my son up from work in time. I keep forgetting that he gets out of work at 9 on Tuesdays, so I need to deal with that. Totally different topic though. Okay, so tonight we're gonna learn how to shadow. I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but we're gonna try it because if it works, I have another really cool project I want to do using this technique. But first we got to practice and see if it's even going to work. So tonight we are using an amazing product called Chalk Couture, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. It's adhesive silkscreen transfers that are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again to create all kinds of different things. And this super fun transfer is the one that we're going to use tonight because we're shadowing, I think, and this is the transfer that in the 2-second video I happened to scroll by, she was making it with, so, you know, what the heck, thought we'd try it. But it works nicely because, you know, it's kind of giving it that shadow look of maybe like the sunlight coming at it from one direction. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to try this one here tonight. Now, this Country Girl transfer is super cute. I mean, look at that windmill. I think that's what that is. Okay, I'm a city girl, but I think that's what that is a windmill. But it's super cute, and I have seen this done on the back of jean jackets, and it's so cute. So this is a really fun little transfer. So this is what an adhesive silkscreen transfer looks like that a Chalk Couture makes. And this is a B size transfer. So our transfers come in sizes, A, B, C, D, and E. The letter tells you the price. A B size transfer, which is probably, it's probably our most commonly sold size, is the 8.5 by 11 size, and they're $14.99. So they're really reasonable, and you can use them over and over and over again. All right, so I need to stop here for a second and say hello and see who's all here. Oh my goodness, look at all you guys here. Oh my gosh. Hello, Linda, and Carol. And Carol with an E. Both Carols are here. Miss Terry's here from Texas. Linda's here. Janine is here. Thank you, Terry, for sending me out into the world. It helps me tremendously when you do that. Oh, Carol, can't wait to see again. I'm not saying this is going to work. I'm just saying I'm willing to try. But who knows if it's going to work or not. Linda Squared is here. Linda Squared, okay, you're country Linda Squared. Is that a windmill? Right? That's a windmill behind the Country Girl. I know. You know, only to you guys can I truly admit how stupid I am. Oh, Kathy K survived another day. Yes, Kathy, we did too. We did too. In fact, I've been trying to post the videos. We did paper airplanes and paper airplane races and all kinds of different, like, you had to hit targets, and the laughing and the giggling that went on in my house this afternoon was insane. But they had to watch YouTube videos and figure out how to make, I have no idea how to make a paper airplane. I don't even know if this is a windmill. How can I make a paper airplane, right? Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. We had a great day. Okay, so I want to make sure that I say your name properly. I think it's Anik. If I'm incorrect, please let me know. Oh, and Desiree is here. Hello, Miss Desiree. I got to see you today. Oh, but we did practice social distancing. We did. We were good. I wanted to hug her, but I didn't. All right. So this is the transfer. So this is what a transfer looks like when it comes. It comes in this really fun little plastic container that has a flap. Don't cut it. No, no cutting. Flap. Pull up your flap. Pull your transfer out. Because you're going to store it back in this nice little container when you're all done. So don't cut it because it's just easier. It's also really nice to hang them in a closet on a hanger if you're looking for a storage idea of how to store your transfers, especially the big ones. But the nice thing about the back of this is it gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do when you say, okay, what that crazy lady tell me I was supposed to do, right? Because now you're on your own and I'm not right there. So step-by-step instructions on the back. So save them. Oh, wait, I gotta get you, oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. I gotta get you guys. Oh, I don't have my other camera on. Hang on. Oops, that's totally the wrong picture. Hang on. I knew there was something wrong with what I was looking at. I didn't turn my camera on. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hello, Miss Lynn Miller. Are we your night class? Yes, Lynn, you are my night class tonight. Although I do have to say, I am so impressed with our school. I have older children. You know, my youngest is in 4th grade. I mean, they can read. They can, you know, the teachers have really, I mean, it's a lot. They do spend the whole day. Well, okay, till noon. They're spending the day until noon. They are really working. So I'm pretty impressed with what our teachers have done. But yes, you guys are my night class. And really, I'm just the, hey, Mom, did I spell this word right? Or, hey, Mom, I need you to look at this. I'm really not doing much of anything except trying to keep them entertained in the afternoon. Hello, Miss Vicky from Canada. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Ashton from Texas is here. Okay, Lynn, I want to know how your surgery went. Are you up and running around? And, well, if you could, leave your home. Maybe this is a good time to be, you know, not moving around. All right. I'm totally digressing. Oh, wait. Lots of squirrels in the room tonight, aren't there? Okay, let's turn the cameras on, Maria, because that's what you were doing, was turning the cameras on. There we go. All right, so I'm just using a demo board. This is a Grayson chalkboard. Don't look at it. It's not in the best of shape because, again, we're practicing a technique that I don't know if it's going to work because I've never done it. And I watched a video in passing. I didn't even watch the whole video. I'm getting really cocky. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I can do that. Yeah, okay, well, we're going to find out here real quick. You need a makeup sponge. So this is another funny little story. I don't wear makeup, except my friend Tiffany is working on it. She's been trying to convince me, and she's been working pretty hard on trying to get me to wear makeup. I don't own a makeup sponge. Didn't even know much about them. So I had to go buy a makeup sponge. Now, this is not the type of makeup sponge the lady in the video used. So, should be really even more entertaining, right? But it was the cheapest one, and I'm a cheapskate. I was not going to spend that much money on a makeup sponge for a chalking project that I don't even know if it's going to work. So I think this one was $3 or $4, which I could kind of see. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this makeup sponge, and we're going to shadow. So it's not really hot mess, because hot mess is totally different. And it's not really ombre. It's just something totally different. It's shadowing. So you need a makeup sponge to do this technique. And you need water. So that is what we're going to do. So let's start with the basics here. Oh, hang on. I got to stop here for a moment again. Hello, Miss Virginia from Illinois. Lynn is down to using a cane while outside, but new knee is healing great. Oh, that's fantastic. I am so glad to hear that, Lynn. Oh, hey, Maddie. Okay, Maddie, I got to laugh at you because you put that you're in a relationship. And that little boy is so stinking cute that you were in a relationship with, but I think he's like 4. So you might have some splaining to do there, young lady. I'm hoping that it's the child of the gentleman that you're in a relationship with. But who knows? What do I know? Hello, Miss Jody. Hello, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. So I am a chit-chatter, in case you have not figured that out by now. And if you're new to our chalking party, say hi. There's lots of us here. We like to chit-chat. You know, and let's face it, we are in social isolation. I've spent a whole day with my children. Talk to me, ladies and gentlemen. You know, let me know. Say hi if you're new. Join right in. We are a very friendly, very social group. So please do not feel like you cannot talk to us. So, you know, and once I find out details about you, man, see, I just air them out for the whole world. Look at all you learned about all these people watching this video here tonight. Aha! Maddie says, yes, it is his son. Maddie, I was just a little bit worried there for a little tiny minute. All right, so I'm pulling my water closer to me because I'm going to need to get my sponge wet. So this is what an adhesive silkscreen transfer looks like. I better slow down and actually like remember why I'm here, right? It has a backer sheet that's attached to it, and I'm going to write on the name of, I'm going to write on the back of it, Country Girl. I do that for two reasons. Number one, I need to know which side of the backer sheet is the back, and I need to know the name of the transfer. Now that's not important if you have one transfer and you're going to use that one transfer one at a time. But when you start, you know, collecting transfers, it's important to know which transfer goes on the back of which backer sheet, especially when they're pieces that are cut up, because once you've washed your transfers, it's kind of like putting a puzzle back together if they have different pieces. Now, obviously, if it's one piece like this, it's very easy to know which transfer goes on which backer sheet. But when you have a transfer like this that has 4 or 5 different pieces to it, and you have to cut it up, now it gets a little more like challenging to put it together. So you do want to write the name on the back. So that's number one, so that you know which transfer goes on which backer sheet. And the other reason is your backer sheet has 2 very distinct sides to it. It has a shiny side and it has a dull side. The backer sheet is an extremely important thing because it's what you store your transfer on when you're all done using it, and it's what keeps your transfer usable. Kind of like, and I will totally date myself here, for those of you who remember chloroforms, you had special paper that you put your chloroforms on. You need to make sure that you get the right size, or the right side of your stickiness onto the right side of the backer sheet. So that is why we write the name on the back. And you set this aside along with your little package, because when you're all clean and done, you need these to put them away. Okay, Maddie says, ooh, 3 months and going strong. Woohoo, good for you, Maddie. And then, ooh, Jennifer Brown. Well, welcome, Jennifer Brown. You gotta tell us where you're from, Jennifer. We don't have a Jennifer yet, so you won't get a nickname yet. When we get another Jennifer, then you get a nickname. Hello, Miss Jennifer. So tell us, please, what state are you from? Okay, so right now, my transfer is sticky side up. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to carefully flip it over, and I'm going to attach it. Now, I could do a step, and I should do a step called fuzzing. All right, I'll do all the steps. We got a newbie. Just kidding. Sorry, Jennifer. So I'm going to take my transfer, and I'm going to touch it to something that has lint on it. So terry cloth towel, your t-shirt, your blue jeans, your bathrobe, some kind of towel or fabric that has lint to it. And I'm going to pick up the lint off of that surface or towel fabric, because I want my transfer to not be as sticky. Then it doesn't have to work as hard when I go to pull it off, and it's actually really good for the life of my transfer. Then when I go to wash my transfer when I'm all done, I rub the front and the back of it up and down, and that takes all that lint off of it. So the lint comes right off in the water. So it's not that it's hurting your transfer, because it is really counterintuitive. But see, now it's not as sticky, and I can move it around more as I'm trying to place it. See, I have wiggle, where if you noticed before, as soon as I laid it down, it stuck. So it helps me also place things where I want them. So tonight we're just practicing this technique, because I have a really cool, really large transfer that I think that this technique might work really nicely on. So I thought we should give it a try and see if it works. So what I'm doing is I'm running my finger up and down the transfer, because where there's green, that's sticky, and where you can see the black surface, that's a silk screen. And I want to make sure that my sticky stuff sticks, because otherwise I have air and I get what's called a bleed. And when you have a bleed, when you go to squeegee your chalk paste over your project, that air, your squeegee will push that air, which pushes your chalk underneath your silk screen, and you get a bleed. Okay, so I'm good to go. I've got my surfaces prepared, my transfer is down. Next 2 steps. Number 1, I need a squeegee. Squeegee. This is a small squeegee. It's our most popular squeegee because it's inexpensive. This is a $5 squeegee. It's of a great size. It's usable on most projects. There's this squeegee, and then there's the mini squeegee. These are probably the 2 most used squeegees. There's also the multi-purpose tool, the angled squeegee, and the big boy, which is not in here, which is our 4-inch handled squeegee, which is a personal fave, but he's not in here right now. He's in the other room from a craft night. I prefer the angled squeegee over the small squeegee, but it is slightly more expensive. I think this is $3 more. But it is nice and thick, so it has, see, I'm pushing down on it and it's not really moving. Where my angled squeegee, I push down on it and I get lots of movement. So this one, if you're having resistance issues where you're not getting a clean squeegee, that's where this one I think comes in much better. Plus it's easier to hold on to, it's bigger. So I am a pretty big fan of that one, although I don't use it very often simply just because I tend to grab these because this is what most of you have. The multi-purpose tool has two purposes, hence its name, multi-purpose tool. It has a stir stick on one side and a squeegee on the other. This is really nice when you're doing detail work and you're trying to get in and not blend colors together that you don't want to blend, which is not what we're doing tonight. So these are probably the two that we're going to use tonight. And when you look at your squeegee, it has two sides. It has a flat side, it has a beveled side. The beveled side is the front of your squeegee. So that is the side you're going to dip in your chalk paste. You're going to hold your fingers down towards the bottom and you're going to squeegee straight up and down. So pretend this is my surface and this is my squeegee, okay? I'm squeegeeing straight. I am not painting. And I am not dabbing. So I'm not having my fingers up here or here, and I'm not going like this, okay? See how flat I'm going? I'm not doing that. And I'm not doing that because it doesn't scrape the paste off, and I leave too much paste on, which can cause issues when you're layering and drying and doing things like that. So you really are putting your fingers down towards the bottom and scraping it across, okay? Not doing this, doing this. We are going to use grayish, which is a very pale, almost white gray, and black. So what I'm doing before I ever put chalk, no chalk, until I'm ready. And I'm ready when all of my chalk pastes are stirred and watered and ready to go. You do not start chalking until you have your pastes ready. And you do that because your chalk paste dries super fast. And if it dries on your silk screen, what happens is when you go to pull your silk screen off, it takes the chalk with it. So make sure you're all ready to go. So all I'm doing, this guy was a little dry because he's very close to the end of his life. It's time for me to pull out a new one. But there's still a good amount of chalk in here. I can get a lot of projects out of here. I milk them for everything I can get because, you know, they last really a long time. So I'm stirring them up, I'm adding water, and I'm getting them to the consistency I want. So the consistency I'm looking for is kind of a yogurt, sour cream-like. I don't want them super thick, but I don't want them runny either. So it's in between thick and runny is where I want to be. Okay, so I've got my chalk paste ready. The other thing I'm going to need, which I'm realizing I don't have in here, is I'm going to need paper towel. So we are going to use, because I don't have any in here, we're going to use this wipe that's dried up because it was in my garbage can. All right, so I'm going to take my makeup sponge. That's what this is called. I'm going to take my makeup sponge and I'm going to put it in my water bath, which you did not see me do because I thought that was, let me move you. Look, my water bath here, okay? I'm just getting it wet, okay? I'm just dipping it in and squeezing out the water, okay? Now I'm gonna move you back, but now I moved all of you. That was probably not the smartest move on my part. Hang on. Okay, you guys are back where you should be. All right, so now my sponge is just damp. I don't want it wet, I just want it damp, okay? My sponge is damp. I have no idea if this is gonna work. The pressure! Just kidding. Okay, Jennifer, you still haven't told us where you're from. Come on. All right, so I'm gonna take my chalk paste, stir it up, and I'm ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my chalk paste right on my project. I'm just gonna put a big old blob right in the middle, okay? I'm gonna take my squeegee, again, angled side, straight up and down, and I'm just gonna scrape that chalk paste all over, filling up my silk screen. I do want to move relatively quickly because I don't want my chalk paste to dry. And I have a whole technique I need to do on top of it before it dries. So I need to know that I'm moving quickly. This isn't time to take a sip of wine and talk to your friends next to you. This is time to squeegee. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna dip it, just a little bit of it. Just wanna pick up a little bit of paste. I'm going to kind of blot it. And now all I'm gonna do in my windmill is I'm just gonna blot it along the edge. Pick up some more. So it's kind of like dry brushing, but not, because my sponge is wet. And I'm just gonna dab it, and what this should give me is almost like a weathered type of appearance. Just do a little more. Again, just kind of dab it off. And just dab it over. So a hot mess technique is more where you're really like, mixing it in. And I'm gonna go in one more layer, but not as dark. So it kind of, again, is gonna give me that two-tone look, I hope. Put my sponge right in my water bath, and now I'm gonna pull my transfer off, and we're gonna see, did it work? It's the big reveal. When you pull your transfer off, start it in the corner, but pull from the middle. Because your transfer is fabric, you don't want to stretch it. And if you pull it diagonally, you risk stretching it. Ooh, it did work. Okay, so I'm carefully pulling it off. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to stick it right in my water bath right next to me. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Now, note to self. Let me dry it first. It'd be much easier for you to see this if I had used a whiteboard. So, and don't look at the shape of my board. This is a rough board. But it would be much easier for you to see because it's black on a black board, right? I should have thought that through. That's why we practice things before we make the big project I want to make. But it does have the appearance that I wanted it to have. And I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. So see how it has kind of a shadow, which is kind of the point to it. So that's how you do it with a sponge. Now, note to self. Do this on a whiteboard next time, Maria, when you're using black. Duh! But it does still look cool. It's really actually very cool because you can totally see it. It actually, I don't mind it on the blackboard. It looks kind of cool. This is one of my demo boards that I practice on, but I mean, it is very cool. You could even do it in like a shimmer would be cool. Kind of shadow in a shimmer. That would be like, we could do silver shimmer on top of the grayish, or even storm, which is the darker gray. That would be really pretty too. Okay, I'm kind of liking the whole shadow thing. So I have another project that not tonight. We're going to make another project with this technique. That one is actually just a word with thicker letters, and I want to try to shadow like one side of the word so it looks like the sun is coming from one direction. So we're going to try that. Thank you, Miss Nicole. Hang on here. Terry says love. Linda says makes it look like metal. I agree. Kathy says cool technique, way fun one to play with. Yes, especially if you happen to own a makeup sponge. Nicole says that's cool. Ooh, Carol with an E says shimmer. Yeah, I think the shimmer would be super cool. We'll have to try that. I do think we should try shimmer. Not tonight, but on a different night. We'll try shimmer. But it's kind of, I don't know. I kind of like it. It looks cool because I mean, really, in an essence, right, we created our own color, but it's not an even application of the color. It's kind of a shimmer, or a shadow, hence its name. Desiree says, I love the way it looks. I know, right? I kind of like that too. We're going to have to play with this technique a little bit more and see what else we can do with this. Like On the big watering can, I think it would be super cool. The vintage truck. I mean, there's some really cool transfers that I think this technique will really blend well with. No pun intended. Will really blend well with. It's just kind of cool. So that's how you shadow. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome to our chocolate party. Oh, Linda Squared, if you are still here, I've been meaning to message you all day, and I apologize. Today just got away from me. We were busy flying paper airplanes. I got your chickens. I got your chickens. Not that I was out. No, I was practicing social distancing. I needed milk. I may have gone out and picked up some chickens. I'm gonna shut up now before the quarantine police yell at me. All right, so this is shadowing. Super cool, fun, easy technique. And you know, sometimes you just need that something new to play with because you need a new technique or a new way to try something or something. This is really, like, I'm like now totally in love with this transfer. And I even think this windmill, you could just do, which I think it's a windmill. You could do the windmill with farmhouse underneath it. It makes the white stand out that is in the center. Yes. I mean, it's a shadow. It is a shadow. All right, super cool. That's all I got. I'm rambling. I'm Making Maria. I'm your independent Chalk Couture designer. If you can please, you know, let's share this technique with the rest of the world because who doesn't want to know how to shadow, right? If you are not in my VIP group, that is the fun place where all the good stuff happens. You want to comment, add me, and I will get you in that group. That's where we do specials, bundles, customers like you guys, share your projects that you've made. We do fun stuff in there. So if you're not in the VIP group, you want to be because it's the fun place. So you can comment, add me, or you can go right to your search bar and type in Making Maria VIP group and request to join. If you want to check out these products, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/Making Maria. This is the Country Girl transfer. It is $14.99. It's a B-size transfer. I used grayish chalk paste, which is a very pale gray white, and black velvet, and this is the Grayson chalkboard. But again, Grayson chalkboards they look much nicer than this when you get them. This is my demo drag all over with me practice on board. So this has been a very well loved chalkboard. They're normally beautiful and pristine, unlike this one. Oh, if you want to know what it means to be a Chalk Couture independent designer and have as much fun as I'm having, because let me tell you, it is like the best job in the whole wide world. I'd be happy to give you the information so you can check it out. So just message me or comment curious. Whew, last but not least, Club Couture. Amazing. It's a monthly subscription service. $19.99 a month. You get a transfer this size, a B-size transfer, and 3 paste packets. It is a half an hour of pure pleasure delivered in the mail every month for $19.99. Free shipping. If you want information about the club, let me know. Those are my commercials. Those are what pay the bills so Mama can play when kids go to bed. All right, so this is Country Girl with a shadow. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. You know, the more I look at it, the more I don't even want it on a white background. I think it kind of looks like it's in the night, right? Because it's on the black. I'm like totally now obsessing with the whole on the black. I kind of like it on the black. We should do a comparison. We should do it on black and we should do it on white and see which one we like better. Maybe I'll do that later and I'll post pictures of the two and you guys can vote which one you like better. If I get that far. First I have to come up with a homeschooling activity for tomorrow afternoon. Woo! All right, I'm rambling. You know what that means when Maria starts rambling, right? It's time for her to say goodnight. I'm here every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you are enjoying this video, if you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I do post these videos from Facebook onto YouTube. So my YouTube channel is Making Maria. So please feel free to subscribe and like my YouTube channel and then click your notification bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. If you are here on Facebook watching me, thank you, thank you. If you're watching the replay, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. And you can also like and follow my page because, again, I'm here every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, with the exception of Saturdays, demonstrating different ways to use this super cool, amazing product. That's all I got. Okay, Vicky says, Hang on. So, oh, okay, Linda. I don't know if you want both of them. You don't have to take both of them if you don't want both of them. You just got to let me know. Linda says, looks great. Or Vicky says, look great. Maria, thank you. Vicky says, it looks awesome, especially from this view. I know, right? It's kind of like, ooh, you're down. But it's hard with the glare because, again, this board is in sad shape. But it's just so fun. Hay chalking activity. Yeah, it is a hay chalking activity. Like hay literally from the farm. Okay. Whew, time to say goodnight. See you guys tomorrow. Come back, Jennifer. We have lots of fun here every night. See you guys. Take care.